Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. So we are back in the MAGMAZARD on the VN server, and there's really good news for players who are hoping not to have to recruit for Baelran just for the MAGMAZARD. Now Baelran still is in the top team for MAGMAZARD. However, there is a second best team which is being found out, which is coming really close, and it is using another Celestial Hypogean hero who is Shark Boy Harak. Harak 95.3 billion damage, 98.3 billion damage with the top Baelran team. They are very close in terms of their total damage output. The other heroes are basically exactly identical. The artifact is going to be changed to the Blade Ring spell though. So here's going to be the formation with the Harak team. Very interesting team, and this is something I thought potentially had a way of working. I also thought maybe like Athalia, any other Celestial Hypogean on the tile could work, but Athalia is not working well. So it's basically just Harak and Baelran. Celestial Hypogean is the best faction talent for this Primal Lord, because then it allows you to run Pheromore and Valara along with them. The problem is if you try to run the twins and you go for like a Liper oriented comp with Walker, which is a good free-to-play budget option, then you don't have enough room to also run Valara, Freesto, Pheromore. You can just not run all of these heroes, so you have to pick and choose basically one of them. So I do believe this structure, which is Freesto twins plus one Celestial Hypogean, either Baelran or Harak, along with Pheromore or Valara, this seems to be the overall top for Primal Lord. But this is really giving me hope, and I now am planning not to recruit for Baelran, at least as of right now, because the thing that could change, even though there's a 3 billion gap right now, we're going to be getting the legendary charms. The VN server is going to get that in 3 days, so we will be getting it like basically before the end of the Primal Lord, and I do think that could change things up, potentially put Harak even a leg up. I also think when we get to higher levels, like close to that level cap of 900, then I think Harak probably is going to outshine Baelran, because Harak does really well in these endless bosses, and so I think Harak is probably going to scale harder with levels and charms compared to Baelran. That's my opinion, and that is why I think maybe towards the end of this Primal Lord, it may be Harak on top. Either way, if you take a look at the top rankers of his district, who are the Paragon players, 119 billion damage. That is a huge score. And I think he's using the Baelran team. I'm assuming so, because there is no other team, at least that we've heard of, that is doing so much better. So here you have the team. Pheromore and Harak dealing a lot of damage. Freesto is perfect with Harak because Freesto is going to give the food to Harak. And I always wanted to see, does Valara, if you devour Valara, then is her buff still going to remain on the field? I don't know if we're going to be able to see that, but I really hope we can. I'm interested. I was already interested in that mechanic. And with the Blade Ring spell, yeah, I think with maybe some potential optimizations, I could definitely see this Harak team overtaking the Baelran. And so I'm kind of breathing a sigh of relief, because I was feeling a little bit pressurized to recruit for Baelran. I think maybe other people were as well. And now at least we can wait and see for at least the end of the VN server when it comes out on global, and then we can make our decision then. But if you have Baelran, you've already recruited for him, he's going to be great here. He might even be the best option. So Freesto illusion is going to be devoured. Whoa. And then we devoured the illusion again. So did we get really lucky to have double illusion devoured? Then we devoured the main Freesto, which is good because we want all of these other heroes surviving. Twins for their buffing, Pheromore for the damage. And yeah, now the twins go down. I wonder if I need to know, and we're not going to be able to actually see it here. When Harak devours Valara, is that going to remain, is a buff going to remain, stat stealing buff remaining on the field? That's something I don't know about. Also, though, the problem is when you devour Valara, she's not going to be able to recast her ultimate, and recasting her ultimate does give your team a 5% damage boost, which I don't know even how important that is. Yeah, anyway, if you guys know how the Harak and Valara mechanic is going to work, let me know if her buff is going to still remain active, like the stat ceiling buff. I know she's not going to be able to recast and keep reapplying that damage boost of 5%, but I think that's probably a bit more negligible, because when you look at the overall damage score, it is just all, it's all Pheromore and Harak. Valara's not dealing any damage, but she is continuously debuffing the opponent, the boss. Also, there hasn't been, my viewer hasn't tried with Dragon Roar. I don't know if other people have. Potentially Dragon Roar could be better for this Harak team rather than Blade Ring. I don't know which is actually going to be better. But like, this is giving me hope that basically Harak may be the overall top option. He is coming really close to Baelran. And this is the thing. And do not, in my opinion, you have to be very cautious about recruiting for Baelran. Just because he's doing well in these early days of MAGMAZARD, I still do not see how he can possibly be meta in Dream Realm. His damage multipliers are just way too low in my opinion compared to other heroes we have like Harak, like Fresto for Endless. So that's why I'm trying to avoid recruiting Baelran, because you can save a lot by not. But we'll have to wait and see exactly what is going to be the development in MAGMAZARD, and I will keep you guys updated. And by the way, if you don't have like these Celestial Hypogeans, you don't have Baelran, you don't have Harak, don't worry. There are free-to-play teams as well doing pretty well using Walker. But one thing I would recommend is probably just put Walker on your wish list. Maybe even pick up some copies from the Dream Realm store, begin building him up, because this season he's actually really strong. It really hurts because like you could invest into him and then this season is going to end and then Walker is going to be kind of useless again, because Walker is only good due to his faction talent synergy that he has this season, and next season no doubt it will not be there anymore, and so that's kind of the issue. However, because he's being so good, and I think in Ravage Realm at the end of the season he's probably going to be pretty good. Honestly, if my Walker wasn't like, you know, up to Mythic Plus yet, I would probably just be buying him from the Dream Realm store and keeping him on my wish list to try and get him up to that Mythic Plus and boost him to Supreme with the acorns at least, because then you had a pretty decent spot. But anyway guys, you can let me know your opinions in the comment section down below. What do you think about MAGMAZARD? Are you hoping that Harak is able to overthrow Baelran? That's personally what I'm hoping. But of course, it's also exciting for Baelran to have some meta usage as well. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And finally, if you think about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Firelight store. There's a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me at no extra cost to you. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.